Good day, I'm Chloe Cadiz, together with Ms. Marilyn Macapangal, to present our study entitled Capability of Educators Towards Flexible Learning Approach in the Promotion of Quality Education Amidst COVID-19 Pandemic. Teaching and learning processes underwent significant alterations because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The United Nations declares that the pandemic has caused the greatest disruption to education in history, and HEI's primary concern is to prevent and reduce the transmission of the virus. As such, flexible learning approach is viewed as the best means for continuity of learning that allows flexible teaching and learning to promote easy, engaged, and effective learning. However, according to Brown and others, educators are fundamentally trained in teaching pedagogy in the classroom setting, yet are the ones who were immediately tasked to apply distance learning methods without proper training. Teachers' capabilities, draw and process often translate to quality education. Our institution, Negros Oriental State University, with Advisory Number 5, directs the no conduct of in-person classes at the resumption of the second semester of school year 2019-2020 and complete implementation of FLA as a directive by CHED Memo Number 4, Series of 2020. Given these circumstances, our research would like to answer the following. What is the level of respondents or teacher respondents' knowledge of flexible learning? And what is the extent of the teacher respondents' practice of flexible learning in terms of the following? First, adaptation of digital learning resources. Second, technology use and adaptability. Third, flexible learning strategies. And fourth, flexible assessment and evaluation. The study was carried out at Mabinay and Shotton campuses, which are external campuses of our institution. The survey questionnaire is a 5-point Likert type scale adapted from Kahlo and Yassin's instrument, which there was distributed and collected via email, private messages, and printed forms. A sample of 80 out of 100 usable responses were then obtained. Results will analyze using standard deviation and conduct alpha.
For teacher respondents' profile, our survey shows that 50% of our respondents have bachelor's degree, 33.8 have master's degree, and 16.25 have obtained doctorate degree. When it comes to teaching experience, 53.75 have around 1 to 5 years of teaching experience, and only 21.25 have more than 11 years of teaching experience. When it comes as well with employment statuses, most of the respondents are part-time instructors, around 51%, 33% for temporary instructors, and 16% for regular instructors. This, however, does not affect the study.
Results and discussion. Respondents' knowledge of flexible learning. The survey indicates that teacher respondents have adequate pedagogical content knowledge regarding flexible learning approach with an overall composite of 4.10 marked as somewhat knowledgeable. Teacher respondents, however, are not knowledgeable that students learn at their own pace in the FLA context with composite of 3.76, since in FLA it is really more on content based. Now it is important that teachers gain mastery of flexible learning for its successful implementation. Teachers need a variety of new skills, learning how to effectively participate between blended and hybrid or even distance learning models, which will really be essential for both new and experienced educators. When it comes to respondents' adaptation of digital learning resources, the formal education system is undergoing a time of rapid transition, and there is no indication that the barriers between traditional and informal learning are really disintegrating. However, faculty respondents only occasionally use copyrighted materials and educational resources and platforms in their teaching of FLA. Since the influence of technology on pedagogy is really complex, open educational resources is really necessary to aid underserved students who are underserved by the more traditional form of teaching. Use or adaptability. Teacher respondents frequently use applications and learning management tools in their practice. Moreover, the respondents use almost every time PowerPoint presentation, recording software, screen capture software, video production software, cognitive or collaborative editing, and others in their practice. Flexible learning strategies. The results indicate that respondents occasionally use pre-recorded lectures and integration of massive online courses as learning strategies. Although FLA does not necessarily always online approach, respondents admittedly use almost every time online discussion. Now, flexibility in learning gives learners the opportunity for volitional control and various strategies that promotes resilience, control, and autonomy over one's learning process. Now, because FLA is student-centered approach, teachers should devise and employ strategies to achieve learning effectiveness. The mean score of the following indicators are interpreted as almost every time. The respondent should employ a variety of strategies to allow learners to progress at their own pace. Flexible assessment and evaluation. Flexibility in FLA also translates to the assessment and evaluation of learning quality as evidence that learning outcomes are achieved according to college and others. However, respondents reported that they almost every time prepare essays, online quizzes, practice exercises, and standardized exams in assessing and evaluating learners, but occasionally use project-based and problem-based examinations such as simulations, case studies, research papers, e-portfolios, and others, which is really very necessary in the practice of flexible assessment and evaluation in FLA. Now, with the five measured variables, the reliability coefficient of which are 0.88, 0.83, 0.89, 0.89, and 0.83, which shows that these five measured variables are closely related to each other. As a conclusion, the pandemic's enormous changes to the educational environment are opportunities for more accessible and authentic learning experiences. Educators and stakeholders' roles are most accommodated in these changes. Educators' knowledge of the flexible learning approach as well in using appropriate and digital resources, technology and strategies and evaluation must be put to practice and assessed regularly. And educators must not be only adapted to changing times, but also be innovative enough and desire to learn new knowledge and skills. As a recommendation, especially to our institutions, flexible learning workshops and trainings for comprehensive pedagogical content for teachers is really needed. Second, utilization of quality and copyrighted online digital resources in teachers' practice of flexible learning. Third, training in interactive software and applications and institutional LMS is as well needed. Fourth, a developed system or checklist to ensure validity and reliability of flexible assessment and evaluation is recommended. Fifth, FLA training manuals must be designed to serve as a reference for adopting flexible learning strategies and development of university policies and standards necessary for effective flexible learning implementation. That will be all. Thank you so much for listening.